Okay, we're doing a Ford Capri here. It's quite an old car. What we're basically going to be doing is, you can see it's beautiful condition. They probably restored this thing. Okay, we are going to remove the strut because we need to replace the strut insert. Okay, so the basic tools you're going to be needing is a power bar with a 19 socket, 19 spanner, 17 spanner, and a 14 socket spanner at least. And what will also help is one of these, because we need to take the caliper off all the way, and we don't want the brake fluid to, to expunge all the brake fluid. All right, so what we'll basically do is we'll clamp off the pipe. That's the first thing that we'll do. Okay, we'll clamp the pipe off nicely. You can use a vice grip if you don't have one of these clamps. Okay, then we'll go ahead at the back here. The caliper is held on with 2 bolts, okay, which are basically 12 mil, but they got 19 mil heads. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll just loosen that up. It's quite simple. Just take your power bar and just loosen it up nicely like that, and then we can take it the rest of the way with a ratchet. Okay, I'll get back to you once I have that off. And then of course we need to loosen off the caliper pipe. Okay, the brake pipe going to the caliper, we'll just loosen it off like that. Okay, and then the pipe itself, okay, also has to come out. So we have to loosen off the bolt that holds the nut that holds the caliper in place. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll loosen all that up, take the caliper off, and get back to you with the next stage. So we have the caliper off. The next step would be to loosen the ball joint. Okay, we need to loosen up the ball joint. Okay, basically we'll just need a size 19 spanner, and we'll just go ahead and we loosen up the bolt simply like that. Okay, also we need to remove the tie rod end. Okay, so 17 spanner like that. Okay, we'll just loosen it up. Okay, turn it off. I'll go ahead and I'll turn off the nut quite simply. Okay, what I normally do is with these nylon lock nuts, I turn them off all the way, okay, until I can turn it nice and freely by hand. Okay, then I'll just turn it on a few turns, I'd say about 4 turns like that, just to protect the thread, because now we're going to shock. We're basically going to shock that, we're going to shock it with a hammer. Okay, so as you can see, just one hit. Okay, that's all it normally takes. We'll take the tie rod end completely out of the way. Okay, just replace the nut there so you don't lose it. So we'll go ahead and we'll loosen up the ball joint now. So what we're going to be doing is, we've got our strongman Giuseppe there with a long pole up on the wishbone there. Okay, so I'm going to, I've loosened up the ball joint. Alright, so what we're going to do is, while Giuseppe, I will just ask him to keep pressure on that. I'll go ahead and I'll shock the ball joint loose. There we go, Giuseppe, more pressure. Okay, just hang on a sec there, let it go. And then what I will do is, I'll turn off the nut. Okay, all the way. The nut will basically come off by hand. And once the nut is off, Giuseppe can just sort of press all the way. And then we can free the strut from the ball joint. Giuseppe, thank you very much. And that's how we loosen the ball joint. So now the next step is the top. We just have 3 bolts, which we basically have to take loose, and then once we have that, the strut mounting will drop out, and then we put it on the bench and replace the insert. Okay, I'll show you how to do all that. Okay, last bolt off. Alright, okay Giuseppe, you can pull it out. Alright, and that's what the strut looks like. Okay, all out, and we're about to go and replace the insert. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to be showing you how to do this with basic tools. All we need is spring compressors, because we need to compress these springs, you know, with a spanner to sort of activate it. We need a vise, a bench vise is preferable. Okay, so quite simply, all we do is we put the strut into the vise like so. Okay, just get it securely into your bench vise. Don't over tighten, because you don't want to squeeze the strut tube. Okay, so basically all we need to do is, you know, we need to compress the springs until the top shock mounting is free, and then we have to loosen up that top nut to take the top shock mounting off, and then of course you know, take the spring out of the way, and then get to the strut over here, you know, which we will have to loosen up, and then put the new strut in. Okay, so let's show you how to do that. Okay, so basically you just sort of space out your clamps. Okay, try and give it a even spacing over there, and then you start tightening the clamps down evenly as you go around. It's very, very basic, simple. Okay, you just turn them in, go all the way around, you know, try and get it to clamp, to release. We will know when it's released, when we can actually move the top shock mounting quite easily. Okay. So what we do is we loosen up the strut mounting bolt, the top shock mounting bolt. We loosen that up all the way. Okay, take it out. See, it's a size 17 head. Okay, it's about a 10mm bolt there. So we'll take the washer off. We'll take off the top shock mounting, which is pretty basic and simple, as you can see. We'll put that one side, and then we'll take off the top plate. Just get that out of the way. Okay, you can see the top plate basically has two flats, okay, which fits inside your strut. Okay, your strut has these cutouts, which are basically, you know, which fits inside those cutouts there. So we'll get that out of the way, and we'll take off the spring. Okay, and just be very careful with the spring, because you've got the spring clamped. Okay, you don't want to be too rough with it. Just go with it gently, put it down, out of the way. You can see how the oil has basically worn, you know, just sort of leaked out of the shocks. And with this car being the age it is, it's not going to come off easy. And that is basically how we loosen that retainer. Okay, just loosen it up nicely there, and then quite simply you will just pull the whole unit out. You will see this is definitely the original. Okay, because it's never been replaced before. All the little bits, we'll just turn it upside down, get all the oil out. All the little pieces that'll come out, we won't be needing those again. Okay, so just go, and let's go ahead and just clean up the strut. Okay, so this is the new replacement unit that we have. Okay, what basically you know, they give you, it's a complete sealed unit. As you can see, it doesn't come in little bits and pieces, but they do give you a fitment kit, which basically comprises of a retaining nut, okay, and the nut for the top that holds the top shock mounting on. Okay, so the difference between this is that the original, you can see the original is meant to go with a kit. Okay, this is to replace the complete shock, because when you have the shock here, it goes all the way over, okay, and that holds the shock down inside the strut. Okay, whereas this unit over here will only go onto the top, and you won't be able to get this unit on. I'll show you on the bench. Alright, what I normally ensure is that you see, remember that unit I was telling you about that has the squares in it? I just make 100% sure that the shock actually fits in there, as you can see. Okay, it goes in the squares, you know, it's got the flattened areas off. Okay, make sure that that's intact. Put that one side, and then we'll put the insert in to the strut, and we'll take that special nut which they've given us. Okay, make sure that you do not cross the threads, damage the threads, because they are very fine threads. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll use an appropriate spanner, okay, to tie it down. Okay, so you just go and tie it down up until it tightens and it holds that strut in position. Okay, I'll go ahead and tighten it down and get back to you when I'm done with that. You want to make sure that when your strut's tied down, that the shock doesn't have play in it like that. Okay, there must be no such play. I've left the nut purposely loose just to show you that that is not what you want. Okay, you don't want that play in there. You want no play whatsoever. When I'm pulling on it like that, we don't want that play. Okay, none of that. Let's tighten it properly and show you how it should look. So when it's properly tightened, you will have no play. Okay, absolutely no play when you move it up and down like that. Okay, and that is the scenario which you want. Right, now we're going to put the spring and the top shock mounting back. So quite simply, we'll take the spring. Okay, you can see that end that goes in there where it stops. Okay, make sure that that is in the correct position, and see where that spring, where that stop is, goes in there. Okay, you cannot do it wrong. Okay, you will pull your strut out as far as possible. Okay, this unit is just basically just to keep the dust out. Not that you need it much now because of replacement strut that we are using. Okay, so we'll put that into position. We'll put the top plate on, just put it into its rightful place. Then we'll put the top shock mounting on. Okay, so now we have the whole assembly in. We just need to do the final tightening on the top nut. Okay, you can tighten it on the car as well. Alright, as long as you got it all nicely against, you can just give it a final tightening. So remember the cutout on the shock, okay, on the shock shaft. You've got to make sure that the plate, okay, fits nicely into that. Okay, don't worry about this. I think this has just been modified for maybe a different model. Now you can go ahead and you can loosen up the compression springs to free your spring. Okay, right, so job done.